Okay, so I'm gonna kind of show you guys how I'm starting the taming process with my little lizard here. And little Mr. Raptor, he's on the jumpy side. He's definitely not the wildest I've ever seen, but he's not not exactly tame yet. So what I want to do is I want to do my best not to scare him. Oh, you're okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. No, I'm not gonna hurt you. And you see I've got my hand down low on the ground. I'm not holding him above him, because predators come from above. Most of his predators in nature would be large birds of prey, larger monitor lizards, and dingoes. So if you loom above him, then you just look like a predator to him. Oh, ooh. We're getting some reactions here. Come here. Nope, you want to keep going. I'm going to reach in here again real slow. Oh, he's a little concerned. You're okay, buddy. I'm moving a little too fast for him. Oh, even got a hiss there. It's okay, buddy. I'm not going to hurt you. Oh, you're okay. See there, he let me hold him a little bit. See if I can give him a scratch for a reward. He likes it when I scratch up here, so we'll see if we can make this more of a positive experience. Because we did a little too much, we made it a bit negative. He was a little concerned. So we're going to reach up here and say, oh, that's a good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, yeah, that's a good boy, Raptor. You're okay. You don't need to be concerned. You're okay. What, Ellie? Oh, really? Oh. Well, see, he seems to be comfortable with this, from what I can tell. He's not a big fan of it, but he's rubbing up against me. Ellie, what do you want, sweetheart? Can you go play? Go play. I love you. You see, he kind of seems to, in a way, like this. He's not trying to move away, but he's rubbing up against, like, if you can tell, like, look at his neck. Oh, there. I made him uncomfortable with that move. But if you could see for a minute there, he was actually pushing against my thumb. Like he was liking it. It was the way I'm interpreting it. And I'm far from an expert in this at all, so I might be misinterpreting some of his body language, but that was my interpretation. So now he's going to move off. He's a little bit uncomfortable. So I'm just going to let him feel my hand as he moves off. Without restraining him, just kind of close my hand on him so he could feel that I'm letting him walk away and my touch is not negative. So this is definitely one way you could desensitize a nervous lizard. I've got little Raptor here sitting by my mouse while I'm editing videos. So I can just reach down and edit some videos and he sees my hand, and this warm basking light is incentivizing him to stay right by my hand. Oh, little guy, good job. I gotta move a little slowly, make sure I don't make him nervous here. Can I give you a pet? Huh? Can I give you a little pet? Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, that's such a good boy. Yeah, oh, good boy. Good boy, Raptor.
This little string harness I have on Raptor is the same design as what I typically use for my Mink. Having the harness on him allows me to let Raptor out of his cage without having to worry about him escaping down some crevice. At his small size, if he hid in the wrong place, it could potentially be life-threatening. The harness allows me to spend several hours a day with Raptor while I'm busy doing certain activities, like editing videos, for example.
So this is what most people use when they're feeding their reptile, snake or lizard or whatever. They're long and skinny, and if you get good ones, they've got a rubber tip. So this is one option we could have. But the problem with these is they're not very unique and they're not flashy. You can't really see them from across the room. So if you're in a little teeny aquarium and you're like 2 feet from the lizard's face, great. The lizard recognizes these as the food delivering device and they'll come. I want something that the lizard could see across a field. So I've got these big purple kitchen tongs. They're rubber ends, just like just like this. Nice soft rubber ends. They're flashy purple, and so this is basically, we're using this as a sign, a visual sign that food's about to come. So I picked a color that was very bright and conspicuous and unnatural. You're not likely to find bright purple stuff in nature very often, and I'm not going to be wearing purple, so it's very obvious it's a color he will only see at feeding time. But here we got a little rat leg. It's been in the fridge, so I kind of warmed it up over his light so it wasn't so cold. So now it's about room temperature. It's kind of an awkward way to present it to him because I have to go up over his back. That'll be kind of intimidating. There you go. Look at this, buddy. Yeah, you like that, huh? You like that, yummy. You want something else to eat? Okay, let's see if he wants this dubia. Look at this. What do you think of this guy? Yeah.
Daddy, look at the stuff. Ooh, Yummy's the bug.
Yeah, the yummy's the bug.
Ooh, oh.
He says yummy.
Ooh.
There he goes.
It's all gone. It's gone.
It's all gone. Should we see if he wants another one?
He's look at it. He's got it.
So you might wonder why this one's on a string. He was supposed to chase it, but he snatched it too fast. But it's not tied on it very hard, so it should come off. Should is the key word. Sometimes it sticks. So we'll pull. Oh. One way or the other. See if we can get him to chase it a little bit. Oh. Yeah, we got to do this outside the cage. It doesn't work in the cage very well. Getting him to chase it. Come on, let's pull the string off so you don't swallow the string. Yeah.
He's going.
He won't let go, huh? Good job. There you go. So he pulled it loose. I guess it tore off is what it did.
So, oh, you.
You ready to come out, little man? Huh? You want to come out? Ooh, is my hand scary? Don't be scared of me. I'm your friend, remember? I'm the guy who lets you come out. You want to climb on my arm or you want me to pick you up? You'll notice I'm trying to be as unthreatening as possible. My thumb often gets threatening because it'll poke out. So I try and tuck my thumb back. You gonna let me lift you or you gonna back off? See, if he wants to leave, I'll let him leave. You want to come out? Look, we're coming out. Isn't that cool? Now, if he would have backed off, I'd have just let him back off. I wouldn't have stopped him. There we go. He's improving, and you'll see he's starting to realize that my hand coming in is a cool thing because it means he gets to come out, which is what he wants. He wants to run around the room. He doesn't want to just sit in his enclosure. He wants to run around and play and climb. So he's starting to learn, hey, this hand coming in isn't scary. It's not going to come grab me. It's just going to be my little boost out of the cage. So eventually, the idea is he'll see my hand and he'll come to it. Eventually, he'll come over and say, hey, awesome, there's the hand that pulls me out. And he'll climb in my hand on his own. And he's done it once where he just saw my arm and he used my arm basically just like a tree branch, to climb up, get out of the terrarium. And that's what I want. I want him to see my hand reaching in as a positive thing. Now, I don't want him to see my hand as a nope, we're not going under there though. I don't necessarily want him to see my hand as the provider of food, because that could very easily lead to me getting bitten. I reach into the cage to pull him out and he bites me instead. So I've got a different tool that I use for feeding him. No, we're not going in little cracks, buddy. You can run around, but you can't go in cracks. And you see how easy that is to just prevent him from going in that hole? Just a little tug on the string, and I could control him. Whereas if he was free right now, I would have had to rush over there, grab him, freak him out, get bit, get clawed. The most important part is not avoiding getting bit and getting clawed, honestly. It's to avoid scaring him. We don't want him to have any reason to fear us. No, we're not going to go down there. Nope. You can come out here and play, but you can't go and hide. I wonder if I sit real still if he'll climb on me. Nope, he's going to avoid me, but hey, he walked past my hand. That's a good start. He's looking at me thinking, do I want to climb up him? He's kind of where I want to climb, but I don't know that I want to touch this guy. I'm still unsure about him. So he's going to keep climbing down. Where are you going to go now? So by letting this little guy explore the house like this, we're giving him a reward for allowing us to handle him. His reward for letting me pick him up is this. Being able to run around the house, explore. I think he found a crevice. From my years of having Mink run around the house, you learn where all the goofy crevices that you didn't know were. And I'm pretty sure that's a crevice. But he gets a reward for letting me handle him. He gets to run around, burn off some steam, explore some stuff. Pretty soon I become a pretty cool guy because whenever I pick him up, this gets to happen. And you see, once again, if he didn't have this leash on, we'd be in trouble. He'd be crawling back behind the cupboards, and I wouldn't be able to stop him without hurting my relationship with him. I would have to grab him by the tail and pull him, or just let him go back there, and then I'm even more trouble, right? How am I getting him back? How long is he going to stay back there? And he's so little, you know, if he came crawling out on his own later, he might get stepped on. So I can control where he goes without destroying our relationship in the process. Here, little man. Where are you going, bud? You gonna try and jump on the counter? What are you doing? I can tell you're about ready to do something. Coming back down. Oh, there you go. Jumped up on the counter. Good job. Ooh, ooh. A little help. It's kind of slippery. That's what he likes to do. Just run around, explore, explore, explore. You want to come onto my hand? I won't force you. No, you don't want to. That's okay. Oh, look, there's my other hand. You want to climb on that one instead? He's like, yeah, that hand was a lot less intimidating. It wasn't coming towards me. And pretty soon, I just become another obstacle to climb on. I'm a positive thing because when I pick him up, I take him places he wants to go. Starts to lose his fear of me and thinking of me as a predator. I become something a little more neutral, and then eventually, hopefully, we can shift that into positive. To begin with, I just simply, while he's in place, just give him multiple pieces of food every time, giving the call and then reaching down and offering it to him. So I've been doing that for several days. He gets the idea. Now I've been working on making him move back and forth in the terrarium to different parts, and you'll see how that works here. So today for his meal, he's just getting a little minnow. This minnow's been frozen for a couple months now. That kills off the parasites so he doesn't get some weird parasite from eating the minnow. And minnows are not a very important part of his diet. He only gets these things maybe, once a week or less. Give him the food call. And of course he says, hey, what's up with that? You're giving me food. Let him gulp that down. I'll call him down to this side. Oops, dropped it there, bud. Giving him all the minnows he was going to eat for the day, and I'm going to give him one more dubia, and that'll be the end of his food for today.
If you haven't seen this video announcing my exciting new hunting experiment, then click on the link on the screen and don't miss out.